Hey guys, welcome back to the channel McNallie Money, home of all things stock, investment, and personal finance related. Now for today's video, we're going to be joined by the CEO and co-founder of Yerbae Brands, Todd Gibson. He's back for a second Q&A session. Today we're going to be focused on company financials. We've got a lot to talk about. I'm really excited about this one. But before we get into it, please take a second, hit the like button, you guys. It's a big help to myself and the channel. If you're not already subscribed, McNallie Money, feel free to join. And let me know in the comment section below if you're currently holding shares of Yerbae, what you thought about these recent financial numbers and the performance of this company compared to other peers in the industry. Now with that being said, let's get into today's update. Okay guys, so that's right. Back by popular demand, we have Todd Gibson, who's the co-founder and CEO of Yerbaé Brands. Now this is an extremely exciting company in the beverage space in the United States. They just came out with some very impressive financial results, and that's really what we wanted to focus on in today's presentation. So Todd, thanks for being here and welcome back.
Bryce, I'm so happy to be here with you and your audience. It's my honor to be here.
Excellent. And we were just talking off camera. I absolutely love the beverage space, you guys. This is a super fun one to invest in. You can see it, you can feel it, you can try the products. So before we get into the financials, which again is the main event, for those of you who missed our initial coverage on Yerbae, obviously go back and check out that video. But Todd, can you give us a quick intro on yourself and how this brand came about?
Sure. So Bryce and the audience, Carrie Gibson and I, we are the co-founders of Yerbae here. And really what we're looking to do is we're looking to change people's just lifestyle, how you're consuming energy beverages. I've been a part of this industry for a really long time. I was a part of the team that built and launched Monster, Sobe, Fuse, Mass. They've all been acquired by Coke or Pepsi respectively. And as we developed and created those amazing brands, we used the ingredients that at the time, were known as, forward-thinking ingredients. But the reality is, you fast forward now, post-COVID, and it's about health and wellness. It's really about what you're putting in your body. And so we created an energy beverage that's built from plants using 0 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugars, all organic or non-GMO ingredients that are inside of the product.
Sure.
But yet it still delivers that same energy, just like you would from like a Monster or a Red Bull in the marketplace.
Gotcha. And we covered the backstory here, some of your connections in the industry in our previous update. But both of you guys have a super impressive track record in the beverage space. I know Carrie was involved in the recycling or electronic recycling space as well. So super impressive track records. And I think that really does mean a lot, especially in this industry when you're talking to giants like Coke and Pepsi. So again, I would encourage you guys to take a look there. But today we're talking numbers. So Todd, I know the results came out last night. Very encouraging. You had some big numbers in the quarter and subsequent to quarter end. So why don't you walk us through some of the highlights there?
No, thank you for that. We have been so fortunate to be connecting with the consumers with a product that the consumers are looking for. And as I mentioned earlier, talking about plant-based and health and wellness and better for you ingredients that are inside the product. We check the box on all of those. And because of that, we're seeing the momentum in like same stores. So like stores that we've been on shelf for 4 years, 5 years, we're seeing 80% growth, 100% growth. Wow. As a matter of fact, when you get a chance to take a look at our press release that just went out, you're going to see that through Nielsen, they track and measure our category.
Okay.
And over the last 13 weeks, we're up 277%.
Wow.
And that's scanning right through the register. And that's coming from same-store sales. And it's very exciting. Now, we've also brought on some new stores. So, for those of you that have been following us, you'll see that we had announced, about a month and a half ago about, adding 133 clubs of the largest club store here in the US. And obviously, for those of you that have tracked our social media, you guys now know that's Costco.
Yeah.
And we've continued to build that momentum within that Costco channel. And what Costco is doing is it's opening so many doors for us to go and sample our product and put it into the hands of the consumer and really drive new users into our franchise that don't always just shop at Costco.
Okay.
They go to their local grocery stores, they shop online, they shop through Instacart, Amazon, what have you. And we feel the effect that our field sampling people are doing each and every day that are really helping build that momentum, which has led to our record quarter of $3.5 million net sales in the first quarter. By the way, that's US dollars.
Yeah.
$3.5 million net sales with 130% growth over the prior year. And for those of you that may or may not remember, we had forecasted this year that we would do $12.5 million in net sales US.
Yeah.
And our trajectory is putting us, well above that. And the question for your audience members is, do you believe that this is going to be the continued trajectory of the company? The company is bullish on our performance, but we are not allowed to make forward-looking statements that would give you an exact number we believe we're going to land. But we're very bullish on our objectives, and just seeing what we delivered off our first quarter, I believe should give some very, very strong confidence to the marketplace and the street that we are a challenger brand and we're looking to take on the big guys.
Most definitely, yeah. And if you extrapolate that out, like you say, you're well ahead of kind of the annual guidance there. Same store sale growth is huge in this category. Costco, you gotta love the samples. I know my wife and I are big advocates of that. And I was also seeing a documentary about Costco, how closely they curate their products, right? They don't carry any brand there, and it's quite exclusive to get into that chain. Now, before the interview started filming here, we were talking about some of the catalysts and right place at the right time with the right flavor. But in your opinion, Todd, and knowing that you've been around the block in the beverage category, what do you attribute this huge success to?
Well, really, it just comes down to your planning and your execution. And we have an incredible team that's out there in the marketplace. And while those team members all contribute to the planning, they are the team that actually executes in the marketplace. And they're seeing our brand positioning go from 3 facings on a shelf to 5 facings on a shelf to off-shelf displays, placement in coolers, right, secondary or tertiary display activities within the stores. And we're seeing this momentum just continue to build. And from a smaller company perspective, in the grand scheme of things, we're not, Monster is selling billions, Red Bull is selling billions, we're still in the millions category. So we've got a long ways to go to catch up to those guys.
For sure.
But it all starts here. They started somewhere, just as I know, because I was there.
Yeah.
Right? We started from zero, and now they're doing billions per quarter. This is a very special moment that we're feeling, and to see this growth come in such a challenging time, right? The consumer is feeling the pinch everywhere. Inflation is everywhere. Gas prices are high, food prices are high. Your overall grocery bill is generally 20 to 30% higher than it was this time last year. Well, our price is very much similar to what it was. And the consumer is looking for that healthier alternative. We're fitting that space, that sweet spot, and we truly believe that the consumer discovery is happening right now, right in front of us, and it's really delivering back against the business. So kudos to our team, the field team that's executing out there, our hundreds of field samplers that are out there sampling. But even more important than anything else, thank you to the consumers for trying our product, because without them, we have nothing. We're a real beverage company. So it's like, if there isn't consumers buying this and drinking this, we don't have a business.
Yeah, it's really interesting you bring up the fact about inflation and how price conscious people are, and they're going out of their way to spend their limited money on your brand. And it definitely speaks volumes to the quality and kind of the niche in the market that you're servicing. Now, I wanted to talk about some of the figures subsequent to quarter end as well, because those are exciting. But one of the big questions I know we got from our last video was to do with uplisting and exposure to the US markets as well. Do you have any updates there you can share, Todd?
Yeah, I can share at least one of them. So we're this close to a full uplisting. We did secure our OTC approval, so we are OTC approved. But that doesn't mean that you can be in Canada, buy on the OTC, or in the US, buy in the OTC. You still need the DTC approval.
Sure.
Non-governmental entity. They have all the information they need. We're just in the waiting phase. So it could be a day, it could be 3 weeks from now. We don't have complete visibility to it. They just don't share those details with us. But we are very excited that we're that close to having the listing, fully ready and to rock and roll down here in the U.S. as well.
Sure. Yeah, and that will be a big catalyst. We've seen that with a number of companies on the channel. More exposure, more attention, more access to capital. So that's going to be a big one, and we look forward to keeping you guys posted. I'm also going to mention, we'll leave a link to the company website and this financial press release in the video description below. So I'd encourage you guys to go in, take a look at the numbers. Now, you talked about some of the tailwinds for the market, the changing consumer behavior, in addition to that uplist. So there's a number of kind of macro tailwinds on the horizon here, Todd. Is there anything else viewers should keep an eye on in relation to the beverage category in terms of kind of macro tailwinds going on here?
Category as a whole, you're going to see energy is continuing to accelerate its growth.
Okay.
And other categories are kind of decelerating. So consumers are choosing to lean into the energy drink category. They're choosing to lean into the hydration category, and we are the benefactor of the growth within that category for sure. One of the things that we talked about with the subsequent events is, as we have seen so much momentum from first quarter, keep an eye on our monthly press releases.
All right.
We have exciting news to share, whether it's new stores, expansion, record month press release like we added in the subsequent events here. Our April being up 171%. Keep an eye on us. We are a brand to watch. We are a stock to watch. And if it fits within your portfolio, we'd love to have you as an investor.
Yeah, makes sense. And I guess with the return to work and stuff, gyms opening and offices opening, that's probably a big driver for people needing to hydrate and stay awake at work and all the rest of it. So really working in your favor. Now, that's a great segue. Subsequent to quarter end, you mentioned April results, 170% figure, so triple digit. Talk to us a little bit about that, Todd. You're continuing that momentum, and it looks like even picking up.
Well, a lot of the press releases that you saw in the first quarter is us opening new stores or expanding within those stores. And now we're starting to reap the benefits of the ongoing sales efforts that took place, months and months and months ago. So it's a constant see. And as a reminder to those that may not have heard this, before from me, there's roughly 350,000 convenience stores just here in the United States. There's roughly 50,000 grocery stores, mass and club stores here in the United States. And food service, there's well over 500,000 food service locations here in the United States. You can find our product currently in roughly about 10,000 retail stores and about 10,000 food service locations. We have barely scratched the surface on distribution. We have a long ways to go there, but our size of the prize that we focus in on is all about winning in the markets that you're already in, going deep within those markets, making that meaningful connection to the consumer, because you can go put your product on shelf all across the country. Like, that's easy. You just buy your space. Yeah. Right. What makes the difference is the consumer that's pulling the product off the shelf, giving them a reason why to choose us in this massive sea of options that are out there.
Well, and that's why I say the same store sales is really a key metric in this kind of a space for me, because it proves people are going back in and buying more of the same thing at the same location. So super interesting results. And I know we talked about this a little bit in our last one, but given the fact that you're in more stores, selling more product, how does your production and bottling look right now, Todd?
Strong. We have a fantastic relationship with our bottlers, our raw material supplier, can suppliers. We're not feeling a crunch in any of our raw materials at all, and because of that, we're able to fulfill the needs of what the consumers are demanding out there.
All right, so no bottlenecks in production.
Not right now.
I gotta say it.
But
All right.
I'm finding wood. Like, this is not, my desk is not wood, but I am knocking on this.
Fair enough. Okay, well, like I say, this is really exciting, and I'm looking forward to following this story. Now, for people who are looking for more information or want to learn more about the product and where you guys are stocked, what's the best way to give information from the company?
You just go to our website, go to the store finder on our website.
Okay.
You go to our investor portal to learn more about the potential investments in the company. Or if you just want to try the product, go in there, try the product, right? It's all of the options are available on our website. And if you live here in the US, somewhere domestically down here, you can order a product from Instacart, Amazon, our website, or go to the store finder and find a local store next to you.
Great. Yeah, I really appreciate your time with this, Todd. I know we were one of the first to get an interview with you. Now, closing thoughts, it sounds like the groundwork has been laid. We're starting to see some traction, starting to see some excitement around this name. Anything you want people or viewers to know before I let you go?
I mean, really just keep an eye on us, right? Watch our stock, watch our company, follow us on social media, at Drink Yerbae, on all the handles. Please follow us. Stay in tune with what we're doing. We have so many exciting things, and whether it's our participation in the CrossFit community, the yoga community, the everyday lifestyle community, health and wellness, we're participating and communicating constantly on social media, and we absolutely would love to have you follow us and learn more, not just about investing, but also about the company and the people behind it. You won't see my face much on social media, right? All of our social media team are like, you are not going to be the face on social media. We are going to have people that represent the brand. And I'm like, come on, I helped create this.
Yeah.
Like literally include me. They're like, nope. So you'll see. We've got people that look much better than I do that are on our social media.
Fair enough. It's funny you bring that up because when I was doing the thumbnail, I was trying to find a picture of you, and there's not a ton of them out there. But to your point, you guys do a very good job of telling the story. I was on the website last night, and the number of press releases you're putting out, especially for a company of this size, is really encouraging because a lot of times there's just not a lot of communication. So I think that's really important. And again, we'll leave a link to that website below. Todd, really appreciate your time here. It's great to see such an exciting high growth company that's really hitting the pavement here and resonating with consumers. So I'm looking forward to following this one. We'll be sure to keep the audience updated as these press releases and numbers start to come out. But I appreciate your time today, and it's great to visit with you.
Bryce, thank you so much for having me, and thank you to your audience members that are watching this video. I very much appreciate it.
As do I. And if you guys are still here and you enjoyed this, make sure you hit the like button. If you're not part of the community, McNallie Money, feel free to subscribe. And if we didn't get a chance to talk about any of your questions in today's video, leave them in the comment section below, and we'll make sure we put it on the list for our next meeting with Todd here from Yerbae. Thanks so much, guys. We appreciate your time. That's it for today.